Let's discuss what is possible in Era of Chaos on the first week's events. There are two events, one of them is the launch Carnival, and the other one is the Judicator event. We will figure out what you can target as a free-to-play player, at least on better weeks. So let's see what is possible. I will hide myself first so that you can see the full screen. And as you can see, I've done 93 fragments out of 110, but some are within reach. So day 1 is supposed to be full, it's easy. The most straightforward day that you can do. I don't have any commanders, I don't have any champions, I don't have any divine heralds, let alone godlikes. Day 2. There, the 5 units to purple +1 is a long shot. It's possible, you can prepare for it occasionally, but I'm not sure if it is doable under any circumstances. I'll tell you why. So essentially, if you look at my units, 3 of them are purple +1, so the Bone Dragon, the Dendroid and the Pit Fiend, and some of them are on their way. So this one is not. Archer has 1, and and Harpy has 1, and I think that's it. So I would need to get quite a lot of resources. And remember, today is normally wood double day, which means that with 6 energy you would get 2 wood pieces, but on week 1 the double day is not valid. So you cannot even capitalize on the double wood day. So this means that I would need 90 energy for this, and 78 energy for this, and well, 12 energy for this. Maybe we can buy it from the shop, doesn't matter. And then you have the same ballpark in the other one. Now you can see that I made a mistake basically, because I farmed 44 and I would only need 30 to finish this. But I don't think this is really feasible, because if you want to take a shot at an other item that is more valuable, then you would rather spend your energy there. So I would say if you level up 3 to purple as a VIP 0, that's amazing, because we had to prioritize the 16 units to purple because of this artifact piece. This is not the best artifact in the world, but we have to start somewhere with global hero stats, hero attack, hero defense. Now, this is where you will suffer. 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. I haven't received a single 4-star unit yet. Simply because collecting 100 pieces on top of the 3-star is once again a long shot. I don't think this is really feasible. But technically, if you're a high VIP player, maybe. So here, the best thing is that you try with the basic stuff, which is 8 3-star units are doable. Then comes the third day. This is the reason why I recommend not going for the 4-star, or neither a 4-star nor the purple +1, this 5 units to purple +1, because I would like to invest all my energy into getting lucky and getting another hero. What am I talking about? This hero spell achievement is nothing else but a pay-to-win achievement, where some free-to-play players can get lucky. How do you get lucky? That's the question. Now, one way to get lucky, by the way, I just paid for 5 artifacts to get the artifact essence. One way to get lucky is to go to the Assassin's Creed. I'm on chapter 2 right now because this is more than doable. And by the way, this is where you had this is one of the only things that is borderline worth buying. Why is that? Even if there is no cumulative spending, because it's fair price wise, this is not a bad deal. Everything else is a bad deal. But anyway, I want to get lucky by completing these events. So what I'm doing is I'm checking, okay, well, I'm just 1 fight away from getting the 20, so sure enough, what should I do? I'm gonna go here and maybe I will get lucky. I'll invest 6 energy and I'll get 20 potions, because I have to get lucky by pulling a hero, Cassandra, in order to place the spell scrolls on Cassandra, because all the skills of all my heroes have been maxed out. If you're a pay-to-win player, then you will get Luna for free, which means that this is a piece of cake, a super easy achievement, because you're gonna get Luna and you'll be able to increase Luna's skills as much as you want. So we're 3-starring this level, it seems, although barely, because I'm just using basic units. And then we have to get lucky, which is quite unlikely, but if we are, in that case, we gave ourselves a chance. So I went here, I got the 20 scrolls, there you go. And, well, we didn't get lucky. Anyway, it is not impossible that you get Cassandra. That's your only chance at the moment of getting a hero. Why is that? Because if you look at all my heroes, the skills, maxed out, maxed out, maxed out, and also maxed out, you can imagine. So it's not possible to go ahead and upgrade more skills. Now, you could get crack hack from the campaign, but for that you will need to go to level 44 to chapter 12, and level 44 is too far away, it's not doable. So for this reason you have to settle for not completing this, simply because it's too far away. Now, it's possible to get level 43 today, maybe, maybe not. I would say rather not. Energy wise I don't have anything else that I can invest, so level 42 could be my terminus. And 43, I would assume that you're still a bit far away from the 3000. I'm not positive about it 100%, but it's very likely that it's designed this way. So you will need another hero to complete the 3000, and you also need the 3000 spell scrolls. Now, mastery wise, I'm 27 away. Now, one hero token for 27 refreshes it's a situational thing. And you can check out the masteries. Right now I don't have any, so essentially it costs 270 diamonds plus 270,000 gold. I don't think it's worth it. I will just leave this be. Here in this playthrough I made a mistake, because I couldn't have anticipated that I would get so many spell scrolls. Or what is this? This ancient temple scrolls. So after 50 I got more than 20 temple scrolls. And I invested about 100 diamonds into getting to 50. Because I would get a VIP card trial anyway. And that was supposed to be my terminus. But these are not worth it. Now, technically you could... Actually, I don't know. Because technically you could say that you're going for the universal hero tokens. And this means that you're paying 1000 diamonds for 5 hero tokens. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Good question. I would say rather not worth it and collect these tokens organically. Day 4. So you see the purple +1 quest, it's out of question. Everything else is easy. Purple +1, this would mean that you level up 8 units to purple +1. It's too much for a free-to-play. Equipment level, everything is done. For level 40, it's the easily doable thing. To get to level 45, it's very unlikely that a free-to-play player can get it. It's not fully impossible, but it's very unlikely. How is it not impossible? When you have an event where you get a ton of extra energy. There have been events like that in the past. Now, how can it be possible that I'm on level 42 right now and free to play? The solution is simple. What I did was that I started the game when the new units got released. So what do I mean by that? For example, here you see that I got 20 tokens of this new Divine Herald. And every single day there was a login reward with 3 times 60 energy. And that extra login reward was really helpful to make progress. You need to know when to start the game, right? So this time I knew that that 12 times 60 energy between Thursday and Sunday would decrease my gap with respect to pay-to-win players. and this is what I did. So normally it is not impossible that you don't get to level 42, maybe level 40, maybe level 41. So you see here, basically it's super easy. Level 45, I think you need to buy at least 4 energy every single day for 7 days to get to level 45, if not more. So this is a long shot. I don't recommend this even for higher VIPs. Too much of an investment. Too little sense. Just imagine this Paladin is not that important, okay? So it's not important at all. Now, Obelisk. Obelisk is the other one, where you either max out the energy, which means that you start early in the morning, as early as possible. You keep on getting energy, you get as many friends as possible to trade energy, and at night, like at 2 a.m., maybe 3 a.m., you're gonna get a chance to play the campaign on day 1. Most of you won't reach it. Most of you will not get to the level to play campaign. And if you cannot play campaign, then you'll miss out on 3 obelisks, which means that the 21, 20 and the 19 rewards are not gonna be possible. For me, I didn't want to start early and stay awake, although I'm letting you know that the best server timing for me is the American one. Why is that? Because the day switch is at 12. So if I wake up around 11, for example, then at 11:45 I finish the previous day, at 12 I start the new day. Super easy. And then this means that I can be there at the beginning of the day and at the very end as well to play the campaign. Super easy. That's when you can get to the campaign too. Expedition Journey. Now this is a bit luck based on some level, or actually not fully luck based, but somewhat luck based. What's important is that in the power rankings, where I am 6th right now, you need to make sure that in your direct vicinity there are no players with commanders, champions, divine heralds, godlike units. Now the reason is that look at this, like there are these opponents, and the players that are near you are gonna be placed as opponents. Now you can imagine that I won't be able to beat this opponent because he's stronger, but I don't even need to, because he's never gonna appear as opponent. Now who is gonna appear as opponent is, let's say they get Sivri or whoever else, and then I get to fight him, or Broly and I get to fight him, and so on. So you see these types of players, for example this VIP 6 player right here, who happens to have the 5-star skeleton. Why? Because in one of the events, when you spend enough money, you get a lot of skeleton tokens. That's how you get 5-star units, by the way. So you have all these units, but if they have a commander, champion, divine herald, for example, now this player has this divine herald that is not viewable right now, or this player doesn't have anyone, but this player who does have a Dracolich, there you go, then you won't be able to beat that level, and this means that you won't be able to get the medal. That's a bit problematic. And then on that specific day you won't get the artifact. So you need to clear everything. This is why you need to do the exact opposite of what the game tells you. Level up in terms of power rank, the game tells you, right? It doesn't matter. Be as bad in terms of power as possible. Keep your power as low as possible, and then you'll be better off. Because then you'll be matched against opponents in the here, for example, and you get the artifact piece. Super easy, super straightforward. Now, what else? Day 6. That's the final day. Arena. You see that I got this amount, but I will get the 10,000 at the end of the day. Because at 9 PM, I'm gonna get a bit less than 1,000 arena tokens or medals. Then this means it's gonna be 94 at least. Regarding the rank challenge, if you get to the top 10, it's a done deal. As free to play, you won't always get to the top 10, but you're guaranteed to get to the top 30. Fight your way up as much as possible. This is not hard at all. And then you see that the limit that I have is 94 tokens out of 110. It's more than enough, you just need 80, and if you don't have it, in that case what do? You go to your inventory, and on Sundays you buy the SSR unit anyway, and then you just sacrifice 1 unit and there you have the Paladin. It's for free anyway, you get the Paladin in 2 weeks. It's quite easy. Now, moving on to the Judicator event. First of all, this event has a double countdown, because it says that the event ends when the server reset is at 5 AM. But it also says that the top 10 power leaderboard at 2100 on the 7th day, that's what counts. So there is one countdown, but the other countdown is the one that counts. And you see that here we have 4 hours, even though the timer has 11. So most people have no idea about it, and at 9 PM we're gonna get the tokens. So for example, I'm expecting an angel, and I'm expecting some number of tokens, at least 100. Because I don't think that players are gonna compete for this. And people will not know that they got the tokens rewarded. Now, Judicator doesn't matter that much, Angel doesn't matter that much, so if I can get something, I'm happy, but if I don't, then these are just stopgap units anyway. Good for roster maybe, good for placeholders. I'm not using a Judicator after 1.5 years of playing. So even if I have castle tower formation. Then you have the power reward. Now, what's interesting in the power reward? As you can see on my account, it's possible to reach 230,000. It's easy. It is hard to reach 280,000 in a way that it's good. Actually, it's not that hard, because I could go to the astrologer straight away and I could start pulling my artifacts. I haven't pulled a single artifact that was needed. I pulled artifacts, I think 10 in total, when I was requested to do so because of an in-game event that gave me some currency. I think it was last week, and that currency was important. For example, extra diamonds, extra whatever. So that's why you see the cumulative total. I got 10 pulls in total last week. I think on Sunday I had to pull at least 5 for the event, for the Luftballon event, and there were scattered, I think 2 pulls or 1 pull for another event on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in order to get some commander tokens, some extra diamonds and so on. So this is how I got the total of about 10. But I'm not pulling anything more, because I don't need artifacts at the moment. So I'm staying as weak as possible. And with that, 230,000 is straightforward. But if I wanted to get 280,000, I would have to spend too much. And by the way, 35,000 diamonds are quite easy to get. But spending those diamonds is not worth it, because the events are still disabled, those events that you have normally. So there are those events that give you like limited time cumulative spending, for example. And that's why you just go for the 230,000 power, and that's it. The rest doesn't matter, they are just weak units. So you're not purchasing the silver keys. You're not purchasing the gold keys even when higher VIP. Although 2 gold keys for 180, it's a big discount, but you get these for free. You're not purchasing 50 Rylan tokens. Why would you? You don't need to purchase this one either. It's just a faster progression and you don't need this. Although you get back the energy faster, but you don't need this. By the way, you can only get this as VIP 3. I did purchase the Astro Silver. This is a good deal. But I would not purchase the right hand side reward. And here I did purchase the 6 energy. This was essential, even though it was extra money or extra diamonds, but I did purchase it so that I could make progress. It's a bad purchase per unit, and you may say that okay, we need to save diamonds and I would get the extra diamonds, but the reason why it's worth it early game to get up as much as possible is that otherwise I would not be able to get to 6th place in the arena. There you go, I'm 6th here, and without this it's just a gap between 6th place, 7th place, 8th place, and maybe I'm out from top 10 like sooner or later. So that's the idea. And what else do we have? So the energy, it's borderline purchase, by the way, so you can say you purchase it, you can say you're not purchasing it, but it also pays off in a sense, this energy, that you get new units, and those new units help you get more unit tokens. And eventually unit tokens, once they get to 6 star, are gonna be transferred to Arcana Ore, and you will need Arcana Ore to level up Divine Herald weapons. So in early game I would get it. Later I'm not even buying energy at all. Not even 1 energy. Like on level 80. Rashka token, forget it. Universal Hero token for 25, this is a good deal. Day 6, forget it. And I would say forget it for this price. And day 7, forget both of them. I mean, 900 diamonds for 3000. What you're gonna get is 180 points. So 30 units, 30 SR units, each were 3 points. So essentially it's not even 180, it's just 90 points of units. And I think 150 points gives you 1 Arcana Ore. So that's a big price for 900 diamonds. I would not recommend that. So that's the idea. And if you wanted to make another purchase with diamonds, I'm not recommending this, but it's possible. You go to the monthly card store, even if you don't have a monthly card, and you go and get 3rd generation hero token. You click here, and you click here, and you got a token. And in 30 days you're gonna get at least a generation 3 hero. It's a well-kept secret in the game. So that's what you can expect during the first weeks, or during the first week. And then the second week is gonna be to get human Sandro or Drakon, basically. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with this approach. That's what I managed to do during week 1.